What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Itchy, and I just wanted to touch base with you on the iOS 7 beta because I hadn't really spoken on it yet, and I decided now was a perfect time. This doesn't come out until later this year when Apple releases its new devices, and I was able to get my hands on the beta a little early to play with it. I've had about a week and a half, give or take, maybe closer to 2 weeks of hands-on time now, and I'm ready to talk to you about it and let you know what I think. So let's first start with the things that I like versus the things that I don't like. Things that I like. I do like now that you have a pull down and you also have a pull up. And I love this quick menu. I think that's great. That's one of the things that I really like about Android, and I'm glad that we will have that now. And I like that they include some handy things for you that you download, but they included them for you, such as the flashlight, which is really cool for me, and I always use the calculator. So those things right there are great to be in a quick setting. Another thing is that you pull down now to search versus sliding to the side. I like that too because it's a little bit more intuitive. One of the funky things about this, and you really probably can't see it here, but my background is moving. It has this funky 3D effect regardless of what you have on. And just to give you an example, this is my lock screen. So you see how that badge is kind of wandering all over the place? That's not your eyes playing tricks on you. That's kind of the way that this OS works. And also to unlock, you slide to the side, which is different, but I mean, I don't not like it, and I think that it works well. The other thing that I like is the way the icons are now. I think if I go into my games, not in games, where do I have multiple stuff at? Maybe utilities. Yeah, so now when you go into a folder, see how it's got those little dots now? You kind of do pages inside of folders. Thank God, because that was really pissing me off that there was a limit before. That was a huge hindrance for me in the current iOS and previous versions, so I'm glad they have addressed that. The other thing you know about Siri can be a man or a lady's voice now, and overall functionality of the phone seems very familiar. Not a lot has changed. It just, you know, looks a little different, like some of these icons, and the text is different. The whole Safari has changed. The way Safari looks now is different. It's got a whole new layout, so if you go in to type something, you get like different widgets for sites you might have visited, and it's interesting. You know, I'm still again like going there playing with different stuff, but it works. When you double tap that home button now, you get this screen of all these different apps that you have had open that you can swipe out of, and you just lift up to swipe out. I have not found a way to swipe out of all of them just yet at one time, which is something I desperately would like to do. And I also have not found a way to turn off my text message when somebody sends me a text message and it's showing up on the screen what said. I hate that too. I just want to know that John Doe sent me a text message. I don't want everybody to be able to read it because I may leave my phone out at work, and you know, my old lady or somebody may send me a freaked out text message and everybody be able to see it. That might be a little embarrassing, so don't like that. I also, well, I think that's pretty much one of the only things that I really hate is that I hate so far is the text messaging thing. Everything else works pretty much the same. If you hold an icon, it'll start to jiggle and rattle, which it did that before. I wish you could expand this bar and put folders on your notification bar, and I also wish that was transparent instead of solid. And again, this may not be what it looks like when it comes out, but that's one of the things that I wish. I would like to see at least one more icon down here and have folders, because I may want to put my text message on my phone in the same folder and do things like that. And let me just see, but I don't think I can. Yeah, see, I currently cannot do that, so that's a bit of a bummer. That's one of the few things that I have issue with. I'm gonna tell you another thing too. They need to kind of get this moving background shit under control a little bit. And what I mean by that is sometimes, for instance, let me open something up like weather, and then I go in to close out my apps. You'll you'll go in to do stuff sometimes, and that background will be trying to move, so the phone will try to think for you, and while the background's trying to move, it won't always let you necessarily grab it and throw it away. It's doing it now, obviously, because I'm on camera, but I assure you that it won't always do that for you, and that's a little disappointing. Other than that, everything is very intuitive. I would like to be able to highlight these names, and you may be able to do that now to make some more important than others, but overall I'm very happy. One other caveat, and the last thing I'm going to talk about to you guys in this quick video is, you see that battery life? This thing is a battery whore. Man, does iOS 7 eat a lot of battery. And when I say eats a lot of battery, I used to be able to pretty much get through a whole day of heavy use with a charge, and every now and then I have to plug into the Mophie. Now by lunch I'm drained, and then by the time it's by 5 o'clock I'm drained again. So it's taking about 2 full charges and a half for me to get through a day now on iOS 7. That's something they're desperately going to have to address. And I don't know if it's because this background's jiggling every time you move or what, but there's some issues there. Home screen, one thing I forgot to mention, the camera is still there, and that's a big thing. Thank God I went to the camera. The camera now is freaking awesome. It takes pictures lightning fast, and not to say that it wasn't good before, but it's way better than it was. It's like a whole new experience. It takes pictures lightning fast, like boom. So like if you want to do action shots for sports or something, you can catch it, boom. I mean, it's awesome. Then they've added these cool filters that you can use if you want to do filters. So that's something they didn't really have before. And then there's a little scroller here that you can see that you can slide by. You can go to video mode, and that took a little longer than I would have liked, but it did go to video mode. You got photo mode, you've got square mode, which squeezes the picture down if you look from standard to square. And then you've got pano for panoramic, if you want to do a panoramic picture. But I am super happy with the tweaks to the camera. That is the best. Up top here you got the iPhone, however you want to do your deal with your flash, and then you can flip the camera right there in that corner. So everything with the camera is fabulous. That is the best feature in my opinion, or at least one of them. And I'm pretty sure, no, I can't, because it's actually locked me out completely at this point. When people are calling you now, to answer, you slide it completely across, and that's how you can answer. Unless the phone is unlocked, then you can hit answer or cancel, and you can still send people messages like, hey, I'm busy, I can't talk right now, and all of that kind of jazz. Keypad looks different, as you could imagine. It's these circles now compared to what it used to look like. Favorites, recent, contacts, voicemails, everything's down there the way that it used to be. So that looks very familiar. One other cool thing that I should mention to you guys is maybe emails. Let's go into settings. Settings tab looks very different. Contacts, everything looks a lot flatter, which I don't mind, but I wasn't upset with the way it looked before either, so I could take it or leave it. This is one of the cool things that I liked that's changed now. You can take these, is it here? Let's see here. I might have to go into edit accounts. Let me go in. Hold on, let me figure out how to do this, because bear with me 1 second, guys. This will be quick, but I really want to show you this, how this email stuff has changed. The way all my emails are now, I got a bunch of different emails. As you can see, I got my personal, my YouTube, my work, and I've got a business email that's for people that want to use me for photography. But what you can do is, I'm pretty sure, is it here? Yeah, if you grab it here, you can move this up like you can on Android, and change the order of which email pops up first and what's more important. And I really like that. That's really cool. You can also break it down even further to sent and all, sent, deleted, things of that nature, so you can get what you need to get done all by hitting the edit button once you go into your mailboxes, which is cool. The only thing that I'm wishing that they bring to the table that they haven't brought to the table just yet. Here's a view of the keyboard. It looks pretty much the same. And here's my emojis, so everything's working there as well. Only thing I wish is that they had swipe, and hopefully iOS 7 gets swipe. I think that that's a feature that some people either hate or love. I absolutely love swipe. It's my favorite feature on Android devices, but I'm praying. I've heard that Apple is in talks with Swipe, the actual maker. Hopefully we can get that, and that'll be great. But this experience overall has been really good. There's nothing different with this update that I think will scare you. I think everything has been changed for the better, the slight tweaks and everything, and see how it's not completely closed. So see what I'm saying, how sometimes it'll think you're trying to do one thing and another, but I can go into that quick menu because it hadn't completely locked me out yet. But hopefully we get Swipe, and I think that that's the missing ingredient for the total package, because then you'll have the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've had a chance to test out this beta yet. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I just wanted to share some thoughts with you before I went back. I'm not going to keep it because I just don't want to. I'm going to go back to the tested iOS 6, whatever it is, 0.4 now, whatever it is, and wait for the actual release of the product. But I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on iOS 7 while I still had it. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. See you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.